Thank you for watching ccpoe.tv, a service of Cullman County Schools. Now, live from Wallace State College in Huntsville, this is the Cullman County Basketball Tournament.
Welcome to Tom Drake Coliseum for your main event of Varsity Girls. To cap our week off on the girls' side, we have an exciting game on our hands, Adam.
Yeah, the top seed Lady Raiders don't have a lot of super competitive games here in Cullman County. However, when they played West Point earlier in the season, West Point really held their own, and I've talked to Coach Abbey a couple times, and he's concerned about this matchup.
He is. And you can tell it in his demeanor tonight. Usually a little relaxed on the sideline, and a guy that doesn't let much get to him. He's nervous tonight, and rightfully so. And looking outside of Cullman County, the matchup here, not one you'll see in the state tournament, but two teams that will go deep. You have the number 6 team in 5A in the state of Alabama. That's the West Point Lady Warriors. They are 19-3, only 3 losses this year. Look across the floor at the Raiders. They are the number 2 team in the state of Alabama for 4A. They are 22-2 on the season. One of those losses is a team from out of state, and then the other loss,
Clements. They lost to Clements early in the season.
In a Thanksgiving tournament, I believe. Clements, of course, a program that's been solid, state runner-up last year, so they haven't lost to anybody that's unrespected. Early shoe game check. Ava Maxwayne rocking one Grinch, and I'm not sure what the other one is, but 2 different colors there, and she's got those colors going, and
she's going to miss a layup to start the game.
Yes, she is.
Well, that was 33. Cameron Faulkner with a defensive pressure. Forces the miss.
Cameron Cordova Faulkner. Stripped. But back to Faulkner.
Nice hands by Maddox.
Maddox is long.
Maddox off the glass for 2.
And she adds 2 to the record book. She is the all-time leading scorer for Cullman County basketball and extends that record.
A real big night here Thursday night in the semifinals for Maddox, as well as Max Swain.
The Warriors struggling to penetrate a little bit, getting cut off early, and overplay by the Lady Raiders. There's Faulkner. Stops, pops, 3, missed. Max Swain gets it. We got a push on number 10 for the Raiders. That is Haley Wheeler.
Gonna be Wheeler's first. Team first on the Warriors.
The Warriors know their own. They are not going to pressure. No pressure at all, and why would you when you have these two dynamic twins playing your guard spot? They can break it on their own.
Tetro picks up a dribble. In trouble. Out to Maddox. Oh, got a turnover by the Raiders. And
on the floor, going to get a jump ball, and it's going to go Warriors.
Good hustle by Maddox and Jalen Faulkner that time.
I believe every girl on the floor played in the Cullman County tournament last year, except Ava McSwain. She is a Cullman transfer to the Raiders.
Ava, the lone underclassman starting for the Raiders. 4 seniors.
Yeah, you've heard it for so long. The Raiders are young. The Raiders are young. There's not that excuse this year, and not that it's an excuse at all, but they are a senior-heavy team.
Tetro twins, Ivy and Charlie Johnson with back-to-back Cullman County championships. Looking to make it 3 in a row tonight.
Ivy guarding Shaddix. That's a good matchup. And Charlie guarding the sister. Faulkner drives, foul on the floor.
Yeah, I think that Charlie Johnson versus Liberty Shaddix matchup, very important one.
Yes, it is.
Shaddix controlled the game against Cold Springs Thursday night. I don't even think she's touched the ball yet. A minute and a half.
Charlie's a great defender for Good Hope. Turnover by the Warriors. They stepped on the line.
A little sluggish start from the Warriors.
And here come the Raiders. Warriors aren't back, and there they go. Max Swain with the ball. Wheeler drives, pull up.
Pretty
got
shot.
It.
So the Raiders pick up where they left off with Maddox and Max Swain both scoring the ball.
An error by Faulkner, but it goes to Shaddix, and Wheeler has it bounced around on the floor. Jump ball.
I mentioned this Thursday night, but when your best players are willing to dive on the floor after a loose ball.
Yeah. You really got something special then.
That was Maddox and Max Swain both quick to the floor.
Tetro to Tetro. Maddox deep. Missed that one. Rebound Charlie. Good rebound. Maddox again. Looking. Isolation on Shaddix. Drives. Foul on the floor.
Charlie Johnson just plays winning basketball. Not scoring very often, just makes winning plays.
You know, you hear a ton about the Tetros and Ivy and Ava. And not that Charlie goes unnoticed, but at that 5th spot, she does a lot that doesn't get the headlines. And we want to highlight her a little bit early.
Very physical defense by Faulkner that time. It's going to be team foul number 3 on the Warriors here in the early going.
Tetro back to Maddox. Maddox 3. Missed that one. She's 0 for 2 on the night for threes, but Tetro with a steal. Looking. A lot of giants in the lane for Tetro. She has to get it out. Maddox, another 3. Got that one. 3rd time's the charm for Maddox. Timeout. Warriors. Good Hope leads 7-0. 4:30 to go. We will be right back.
Better is not just a word, it's a vision. And our vision is clear and focused on you. We're helping you get better by being better every day, by seeing what's possible and making it a reality. Investing in facilities because we are fully invested in you. Updating our technology for the better and welcoming exceptional new physicians to our team. Because you get better when we get better.
Georgia had like 300.
Now, quick timeout by the Warriors after they're down 7-0. They gave Ivy a lot of looks before one paid off.
Yeah, right before the break, Maddox missed a three. She said, let me back up a step.
Yeah.
See if I can find the range.
Just get a little more room and see if I can get this one. Faulkner drives, misses that. Charlie,
strong
great
box
block
out by Charlie
Yeah.
Johnson.
Tetro looking for numbers, doesn't have it. Maddox behind her from the Traditions Bank sign. Got it.
Back to back. Woo. Ivy Maddox from deep.
Maddox with 8.
Steal by Johnson.
Maddox may shoot it from there. We are joined by Scott Brown, Good Hope principal. Maddox driving one-on-one with Shaddix. Hands to Tetro. Tetro floater. Off the glass. Good.
Really off the glass
12-0.
from Bailey Tetro. Woo.
And we're going to get a second timeout by West Point.
12-0 lead for the Raiders. Going to be a 30-second timeout.
And there's our cameras showing Coach Wilburn very animated. Coach Brown, I know that you were at West Point for a number of years. You've seen that.
Coach Wilburn can be intense, but he does a great job with his team.
So the Raiders will come back out with the full court pressure.
This one.
Leading 12-0. 3:28 remains in the first quarter.
Shaddix with the ball off the inbound to Faulkner. Max Wang back to Maddox.
Heather Teachereau.
Oh.
Jolie Metcan into the game for the first time for the Raiders.
She gives Charlie a break. Metcan steps over, rebound. Tetro with it. Good split and draws the foul.
Bailey Teachereau said, don't have numbers, not worried. Just going to
No.
attack the basket.
And I'm not sure what they list the Tetro twins at, but when you've got girls like Shaddix and even your big play guard of Faulkner, you know, they've got to use that first step to take the advantage there. Heather has checked out of the game.
Number 10, Emma Thompson checks in for the Raiders.
And Bailey gets the second of the free throws. Maddox on Faulkner. Faulkner drives, kicks to Shaddix. Can she get the scoring for the Warriors? And she does.
Lakeland Shaddix with the three-point make to put the Warriors on the board.
Coach Brown, we talked about, another deep three, misses that. We talked about Charlie and how much she brings to the Raider team.
Charlie is a player that everybody would want to have on their team. She does all the little things that a lot of fans probably don't even notice, but coaches always notice.
Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about. She's a workhorse for the Raiders. Ball pitched up. Max Lane comes down with it. Ooh. Good luck.
Gonna get a travel call. Lakeland Shaddix over the top.
Lakeland gets the and one.
And the foul.
She's putting this team on her back a little bit. And Lakeland is the Shaddix sister that is just a freshman.
Heather Teachereau and Charlie Johnson will both re-enter the game. Matt Can and Emma Thompson have a seat.
Lots of sisters on the floor. You have both Shaddix girls, the Faulkner sisters, the Teachereau sisters. Shattuck's giving Maddox no room.
That's an interesting matchup.
Tetro.
We know Maddox is
Oh, wow. Comes up with it so fast.
strong to the basket. We know Maddox and her scoring ability, probably not used to anybody with the length of Liberty Shattuck's defending. Bailey Titcherow makes the first.
I'm not sure if Bailey won our fan of the game earlier, if that was Heather.
That was Heather. I had to ask. But
Okay.
it was Heather.
So Heather got our fan of the game, Coach Brown. She was really cheering on the JV girls, and she got a Milo's gift card for that. We talked about how she may be one of the few that could get a fan of the game and a player of the game.
That's right. We were really proud of our varsity girls supporting our JV girls like they did.
We talked about that. Max Wayne, layup, got it. Whew.
Jalen Faulkner down for a minute. Looks like she's going to be okay. Got some people watching on Facebook Live. Give us a shout out. Let us know who you're cheering for tonight.
Shattuck's looking to Shattuck's, nothing there. Gets that one off. Rebound Shattuck's. Max Wayne tips it away. One pink shoe, one green shoe. Drives the lane, nothing. Tetro with it. Deep three. Got it.
Bailey Tetcherow with 8 quick points here in the first quarter.
The pressure starting to bother the Warriors early. It's 20-5.
Maddox
diving
again, first
on
to the floor.
Oh.
We're going to get a timeout call from the Raiders. Good hustle by number 20, Ivy Maddox.
And just like you talked about, Adam, as we have a 30-second here, when you've got your stars diving on the floor, Coach Brown, you know what that's like. I mean, you've had some players like that in your day. It means more.
It does.
15-point lead, 40.3 remain.
When your stars are willing to dive on the floor, and I'm sure they work extremely hard at practice, it's just contagious. Your other role players don't have a choice but to just join in.
Yeah, you've got to.
That's right. You don't want to be left behind on the hustle
No.
bus.
I'd love to see what a practice looks like with this much energy, because you know they bring it in the practice too.
Well, at the conclusion of the JV girls game, when I was interviewing Emma Gossett, that was what she mentioned. She said, I play against the best players in the state every day at practice.
Makes a big difference. Makes Swain with the ball. Wheeler on her.
Refuses the screen.
Oh,
it's good basketball.
Contact.
Good up, tried to set up a side pick and roll. Max Wayne refused the screen and attacked for 2. Cullman County Schools employee Teresa Fincher says she's watching from the house.
Nobody, we talk about Charlie Johnson doing the work in the trenches. The Finchers are that for the Cullman County Schools.
We appreciate Teresa and Frankie. Thank you all for joining in.
Yes, we appreciate those guys and all they do for us. Shattuck's at the line. My wife just tuned in. She texted me, Adam, and said, JV girls on? I said, no, it's varsity. She said, well, I was watching the wrong game. So she's got connected now, I believe. So shout out to Maylea. She's been home all week with the kids. And
Shattuck's misses both.
Tetro throws it up. Ooh, she had a shot. 22-5, Raider lead. That's going to take us to the end of the first. We will be back shortly for the second quarter action. Welcome back here to Cullman County Tournament, the 75th annual. Coach Brown jumped on with us for a minute, and he's going to go back in the stands. We appreciate him and all that he does for Good Hope. We're going to have a guest here in a second that is a former player of the county tournament. Lots of ties to the county.
Lakeland Shaddix off the glass, no.
Tetro stop, pop, almost banks it in. Rebound Warriors. They trail by 17. Faulkner with the ball at the top. She's got Tetro on her. Tetro with a steal, but gets a foul call. One thing about the Twins, they don't get in a lot of foul trouble. They make risky plays, but they're smart enough to know when to call it back. Good Hope's in the home whites and Warriors in the gray. That's become popular to wear that alternate color.
So we're being joined now by former Cold Springs standout Tony West. A lot of connections to this game. Sister Hayden sitting on the bench. Uncle John coaching the Warriors.
Yep.
Tony, glad to have you with us.
I'm happy to be here.
We had Hayden on earlier this week, and Mason's been on. We haven't been able to get Tammy on yet, but we were happy to land you, Tony. We appreciate you joining us.
Oh, yeah.
Three-point basket by Cameron Faulkner.
And Tony, you're the current assistant at Wallace State, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say,
That's
Tony
correct.
probably watches more girls basketball than most of us put together.
Yeah.
I'm recruiting just about every night.
So now are y'all recruiting any of these girls on the floor, or have y'all looked at any of these players?
Well, obviously we were looking at the two twins from Good Hope and Ivy, but they're next level.
Yeah, they are next level. They're playing solid ball.
So, Tony, you have seen both of these teams play quite often, though.
Oh, yeah. Slow start for West Point, but these Good Hope girls are just tough.
Kylie Quinn, nice spin move, puts it in for two.
Tetro with it at the top. You can do it like this and listen to us and just walk in with us. All this is for us to do. Try it like this.
Cameron Faulkner into the front court.
Faulkner with the ball. She drives in. It's a foul call there. Good Hope leads 24-10. Faulkner misses the first. Really got to have these baskets if you're the Warriors. And the Faulkner sister gets one.
24-11, the Lady Raider leads.
Maddox on the floor.
Got quite a few folks checking in on Facebook Live.
Love to see that. I just got a text from our science teacher at Holly Pond, Ms. Snedeker. Appreciate you tuning in with us.
Harbison off the mark. So again, Tony West, assistant coach here for the Lady Lions. Talk a little bit about how y'all season's been going, Tony.
It's going good. Right now we're 18-3. We've got 4 sophomores, so but for next year we've already got 4 commitments. So we're looking forward to especially next year. We've gotten some good players committed, so it's only going to get better.
Who are some of the commits you have currently right now? Are there any in the state of Alabama?
The point guard from Dashler, she's been the starting point guard for about 4 years, Reagan Rickard, so that's a big pickup for
commit.
us.
I've watched her play against these girls a couple times at Good Hope.
Yeah.
Possibly on a collision course again this year.
Could be.
I would anticipate.
I can't wait for that game.
That's a highly anticipated matchup. Great block by Maddox. Going to get a foul call there on 35. I'm sorry, 25.
That's Jolie McCann picking up the foul. Her third in limited action.
That'll get Charlie back into the game for the Raiders.
Kylie Quinn makes the first.
You know, and the Warriors came out down 12-0 and then 15-2, I believe. But they clawed their way back into it, and not necessarily close at this point, but they're staying within an arm's reach.
Feels like they've weathered the storm a little bit.
And that's the thing that Good Hope tries to do, is out the gate really get you down. So, Tony, you have no affiliation to this tournament right now as far as coaching or playing or anything like that, but I know you've talked to your family all week. Have you talked to your uncle much about playing? I know Hayden, you know, this game, what were they?
The back of Tetro. Can't finish.
What a pass.
That was a great pass. But, yeah, like Hayden and Coach Welburn, what was their, plan coming in playing such a tough team?
Well, I talked to him about it a little bit. They had them when they played them the first time. They were up at halftime.
Oh, wow.
And my uncle was telling me how that was one of the worst games they had played, and they still kept it close. So
yeah, so that's important to give them this confidence coming in, and need a bucket right here. Three-pointer Warriors off
Kaylee
the bat.
Simmons. Nope.
McSwain comes up with it. She's a little bit faster than everyone beside her. She draws the foul.
Body contact from Cameron Faulkner.
McSwain does good at drawing that contact. Number 33 for the Warriors, Cameron Faulkner, checking out. And actually, Cameron's going to stay in. I believe she's hurting a little bit. I'm not sure where or what, but she's grimacing in pain.
So, Tony, going back to your playing days, you matched up with your Uncle John in a few county championships or county tournaments, correct?
Right. I think they beat us just about every year we played them. They're the ones that put us out.
Yeah, I believe 2019, West Point put y'all out of the county tournament, but y'all went on to win the state championship. So
I'd rather have a state
you'll take that straight off.
Rather have a ring.
Oh, yeah.
Faulkner with the board, and she is hurting a little
Nice
bit.
look
She's
ahead
slow
to Simmons.
Good pass.
Gets a good pass, rims out. That's a must-have. That's a must-have.
Yeah,
Faulkner
Faulkner's going
checks
to
in
have to
for
come
her
out of the game.
sister.
She's struggling.
She may have to take a trip to the encore table. I'm not sure what's going on with her.
Got a full timeout taken by the Raiders.
We're going to stay here. Tony, your playing days extended from Cold Springs. You played at, is it Sneed?
I played at Shelton State.
Shelton.
Yep.
I was close.
I had planned on playing at Cumberland University for 2 years after when I graduated from Shelton. But they called me in May and offered me this job, and it was just too good to pass up.
Well, we're definitely glad to have you back in Cullman County.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say I never coached Tony, but one of the hardest workers in the gym all the time. Fun to be around.
So are you saying that she's the hardest working of the West sisters?
I hope Bailey's not listening. Hayden's sitting over there I would think probably so when it comes to the basketball game. They were all good players, all hard workers. I feel like I saw Tony in the gym a little more often.
And that
Definitely.
That may contribute to being the baby of the family, seeing the sisters and their hard work. So we'll commend Bailey and Hayden a little bit on that.
You can give them a little credit.
Give them a little credit to that. Shaddix for 2. Gets it to 11. That's the closest it has been. A 12-0 start. We're back to 11.
Yeah, so Bailey not in Cullman County, but the head varsity girls coach at Addison, and she does a fantastic job.
Yes, she
there.
does. I think talking to her some this year, she's had some bad breaks with that team, and but she's weathered some storms and seemed to be playing a little better. Ivy,
Maddox.
strong move.
Too strong, too
Hard to
quick.
guard. Into Shaddix.
Double figures now for Ivy Maddox with 10.
Or get it.
That's Jalen. Looks to Shaddix. Back handoff was there, but she didn't want
Pass.
it. Great screen. A great pick and roll with a pass there. That was number
Kylie Quinn
5.
giving some
Kylie
good minutes for the Warriors.
Yes, she is. I like the Shaddix on Maddox matchup, and Shaddix doesn't. She extends past the college men's three-point line to guard her. And that
Yeah, I
may
know
be-
Maddox is double figures already, but she is not in quite the rhythm like she was in Thursday night.
No.
So the length of Shaddix causing her some issues.
And that foul goes on number 35, Heather Tetro. That's her first of the game, and I believe her sister also has one. 3 fouls apiece as far as team goes. Shaddix, Maddox guarding her. Drives, ball's dig. Goes in. A lot of contact. Max Swain just outpacing everyone on the floor. Does that put McSwain in double figures?
That's 8 for Ava.
Okay.
Feels like this is a big minute 10 remaining. This game could go one of two directions here
You're
for
exactly
the Warriors.
right.
Quinn, spin
Good
move.
move.
Nice
Left.
move.
Nice finish.
Quinn's playing really solid for the Warriors coming in, and
That's 8 for senior Kylie Quinn.
Quinn's really only the true 5 to me. My goodness. Oh. Purchase Bank replay there shows Tetro just
The passing
everywhere.
and the feel for the game is just next
Unbelievable.
level.
Yeah.
So much fun to watch.
Faulkner going to the top of the key at the volleyball line. They go last shot, 27 seconds remain. They trail by 13. Quinn with a seal. Faulkner deep for
Big
three.
shot.
Big shot. 10-point game if you're Coach Wilburn. You want to keep it right here. But
Nice
there's
look.
Charlie.
Johnson, good
fake.
patience.
Quinn seems to be playing a little bit more minutes than normal. She seems a little fatigued here. Long floor. Shaddix
short on the
misses
half-court attempt.
And that's going to end the half for us. 34 Good Hope, West Point 22. We will have our cheer squads come on. We've seen the Warriors several times tonight. Your Raiders are about to take the floor. Coach Lowe, she does an incredible job with the Good Hope Lady Raiders.
It's going to be a different squad for the Warriors.
Yes, it is.
Talked about their freshman squad a little bit in the JV boys game.
And I've saw Coach Lowe in action when I worked at Good Hope. She uses the white gym a lot. If you're from Good Hope, you're familiar with that area. And she's coaching with the same intensity as most varsity basketball coaches.
One might be tempted to say, "Excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger." You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Welcome to Johnny's Barbecue. Johnny's has been family-owned since 1963 and making barbecue locally since 1949. Over the years, we've learned a lot about smoking the most flavorful barbecue, including pork, chicken, and ribs. Our service is fast and friendly, so come on in and take time to savor our tender pulled pork covered in homemade Johnny's barbecue sauce. Experience firsthand why Johnny's Barbecue is one of the best barbecue restaurants in the Southeast. Whether you're hungry for pork, ribs, chicken, catfish, or one of our enormous stuffed baked potatoes, our menu will satisfy your entire family. Inducted into the Alabama Barbecue Hall of Fame in 2015, Johnny's legacy continues on. Johnny's offers catering for all your events and gatherings. Johnny's is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Johnny's Barbecue, bulldog slapping good.
Robert Adderholt has always been a fighter for the 4th District in Alabama. Some politicians seem to only want to get on TV and talk and talk. Robert chooses to do the hard work of fighting for you in Congress over sitting in a TV studio. It's why President Donald Trump gave Robert his full and total endorsement in the March 5th primary. And I agree with President Trump. We need more people like Robert in D.C.
I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Hi, this is Stephen McRae with First National Bank. First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt, and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They are friends and neighbors. Together, we're making communities great.
And we're back live here at the Cullman County Tournament presented by Traditions Bank. Adam McKinnon is on the floor. He is going to head over and get a quick interview from one of the coaches of either West Point or Good Hope. If you're just joining us, Good Hope has a 12-point lead here. 1:47 remaining this half. This halftime, rather. And there is Coach Wilburn. He is going to talk to Adam if they can grab him real quick while he's out there. And with the limited time, we're not going to be able to grab him. He wants to get to his squad, and that's understandable. So we will get Adam back up here for the second half. It's going to be a very exciting one. Looking at some statistics here, you had 5 different Lady Raiders score and 5 different Lady Warriors score. Ava McSwain with 8. Ivy Maddox, she had 10. Charlie Johnson with 4. Jolie McHann 2. And Bailey Tetro had 8 for the Warriors. Liberty Shaddix with 2. Kylie Quinn coming off the bench and performing really well. She had 8. Lakeland Shaddix had 5. Those were the first 5 of the game and has went a little cold since then. Jalen Faulkner with 3, and her sister Cameron Faulkner, who is struggling with a small injury but still being able to play, she has 4. And that rounds out the scoring column.
Just got a text from one of my former players 10 years ago tonight. Cold Springs beat Holly Pond to win a county championship.
Okay. On the boys or the girls side?
The boys.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There it is, 2014.
2014. Tristan Chambers, Lane Rice, Josh Freeman, Adam Carney. Had a lot scored on that team.
Good move.
Liberty Shattuck starts off the second half for 2.
And we are joined here with Tony West, assistant coach at Wallace State Community College on the ladies' side. She is also a former Bill Shelton Award winner, which will crown tonight.
That's right.
2021. I think that was a co-award year, right? You and
it was.
Cassidy Campbell.
That's right.
At Hanceville.
Yes,
Cassidy
Campbell played at
That's
Hanceville. Right. She was tough to guard, too.
Ooh, Max Swain on the sideline, stepped out.
And the Warriors have come out and cut this to 10 early. Looks like most of the Lady Raiders JV team has joined the bench for the varsity.
Tony, Danny, and I have talked a few times this week about the colorful shoes. Are you a colorful shoe person or a little more?
I say just let them wear what they want to wear.
Were you able to do that when you played for your mom?
Definitely not.
Okay.
You'll never see a Tammy West team wearing colorful shoes.
I figured I knew the answer to that.
We're all going to be matching.
So she still does the team shoe order then?
Oh, yeah.
Love to see that.
7:06 remaining. West Point hanging around.
Shaddix has now cut this to 8. Or actually 9, I believe, Adam. Did she miss the first?
She missed the first.
Okay, so it was cut to 9. Max Swain with a one-on-one on Wheeler.
Drives,
good kick. Ooh. Hard to guard. Charlie Johnson lays that one up.
Nice steal.
Oh.
Good block. That was a volleyball type block. Ball is flying around. Maddox comes up with it. Shaddix guarding her. Maddox finds Tetro. Got it with a walk. Justin Abbey doesn't like that call.
We talk about the Tetro twins' passing ability, which is fantastic. But Ava McSwain, Ivy Maddox, they'll put it on the floor, go past you, and if you help, they'll dish it off.
McSwain may be the fastest player on the floor with the basketball. A couple of times there's been transition, and she's right there with everyone, and then she's a step ahead of everyone.
Lakeland kicks. Hallie Wheeler off the mark. Good read.
Great read. Talking about high-level players on the floor, as far as college goes, McSwain fits that category too. I believe that the Lady Raiders have several 1,000-point scorers on their squad. Talking about tuning into this and watching these games from different areas, I wonder if there's any teams around the state watching. When you talk about postseason play and area and regionals, may have a Deschler or someone like that tuning in.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Or at least tuning in later.
The Deschler Tigers have probably already had an eye towards a matchup with the Raiders, potentially.
I went to watch Deschler play this morning, and they got beat by Muscle Shoals in overtime. It's a tough loss.
Where was that game at?
It was at Muscle Shoals.
Maddox into the front court.
Gets fouled.
Draws the foul. So Deschler, I know they lost some seniors, but they still look the part.
Oh, yeah.
They're still loyal to the mission. You got that Twitter handle then?
I saw where they have a freshman get offered by Auburn last week.
Yes, and she's the real deal. She's good.
So, don't like to predict the future, but could have that matchup here in the regionals, which has been the same matchup for several years.
Maddox with a rare 2 misses from the line.
Faulkner brings it up. Shattuck's looking.
Talk about moving into postseason play, and you know West Point 19-3.
Yes.
I don't know where their third loss came from. I know Good Hope beat them, and then Cold Springs beat them earlier in the season.
I think it was Hamilton, their first game of the year.
Okay. Not sure what they're.
I talked to Hayden about their area, and I believe it's Russellville and Lawrence County and one other.
She said if things hold serve, they'd play Winona probably in the same region.
They cross with a Winona Fairfield type area.
Maddox strong for 2.
And I know personally how tough that area can be, because when I was assisting Mary Lauren at Fairview, we seemed to match up with Winona every year.
Had a Raiders steal, and McSwain missed the layup, but Maddox was there to get the offensive rebound. She'll go to the line. And she was a little upset that she didn't get a chance at a 3-point play that time.
Maddox rattles the first in. 39-25 lead Raiders.
Maddox 2 for 2 this time.
Wheeler in the corner. Warrior 3.
Keely
a little
Heaton.
short.
Short on the 3.
Shattuck grabs the rebound over Tetro. Got a block and an and one.
Foul. Charlie Johnson. I'm not real sure. My immediate thought is that she was set that time.
Yeah, I couldn't really see over the monitor well, but I thought she was set too. Tony, when is y'all's conference tournament?
The first week of March.
Okay. And does the host of that change by year, or is it by seed?
Last year was the first year. It was at Alabama A&M. And I think this year it's changed, and it'll be at UAH.
Okay.
Good hustle there by Shaddix and McSwain. Coach John Welburn trying to get a timeout. Now an official sees him. He'll take a full timeout.
And we will too. We will be back here shortly.
We're back inside of Tom Drake Coliseum. Look at the Lady Raiders cheerleaders there. Warrior cheerleaders also. Both squads doing a fantastic job. '75th annual Cullman County tournament. Tony?
Wow.
Hayden said she thought your mom had coached in 33 straight Cullman County tournaments.
That's insane.
And she had to be pretty close to come up with that number, so.
How many years has it been at Wallace?
So we talked about that a little bit. I think I'm not certain if somebody on Facebook knows.
I'm pretty sure that it started at Wallace after the 92 season.
It was either 92, 93, somewhere in that range. I know it was here in 94.
I know the last county tournament that was played in a gym was at West Point.
Is at West Point. You
and
hear a lot of stories about that game. And
a sellout crowd.
Yeah.
It was the point where it had to move. And we're very thankful that it did, that we can play here. And Tony, this was one that I didn't know. You used to could practice before the week of play. And as a player, I didn't get to do that. I know you didn't get to do that, but Adam is old enough that he did. So he got to get an hour of practice.
So each team, back then there were no JV girls. Your JV boys got 20 minutes. Your varsity girls got 20 minutes. Your varsity boys got 20 minutes. Varsity boys and JV boys would combine theirs, so you get 40 minutes. Steal by Bailey, Teacher.
Oh,
Maddox.
Nice look. Maddox lines it up. Doesn't miss that.
That's essentially a layup when she's that open.
When she's that open, you got to go ahead and turn around because she's hitting that one. Shaddix tips it around. Her length helps her, but Tetro's quickness helps her more. Maddox to McSwain. McSwain three. Ooh, nasty. Back-to-back threes for the Raiders. Justin Abbey just as hyped as his players are.
You can't say enough about how much fun it is to watch this Good Hope team.
Especially when they get hot, it is very impressive.
It's very aggressive. They get a steal. Maddox has a shot, possibly. She kicks to the corner for a better shot from McSwain.
Unselfishness. West Point just trying to break the pressure.
Good pass.
Teacher tried to take the charge there. Didn't get it, and they're pushing just as fast as,
Keely Harbison.
Balls to McSwain. Mishandled, but she takes to the top. It's a one-on-one. West Point in traditional man with very little help. Ball's kicked. It's going to stay with the Raiders.
Someone on Facebook would like for the Warriors to get their head in the game, so a little bit of
some Warrior faithful here in the stands would too. Hear them hollering a little bit behind us as they're down now 17, and they cut it to 8 at one point.
We'll talk about this West Point team, 19-3. But Good Hope's just, they keep coming in waves, and it's.
Yeah, and there it is again.
We saw last year in this same scenario a Cold Springs team that was good enough to make a Final Four and a championship game run in the state tournament.
Yeah.
Just too much.
They were hot clocked here, I believe.
Raiders were just too much here on championship Saturday.
Three-pointer by the Warriors.
Simmons, nope.
Quinn with a rebound. She's played excellent for West Point.
Yeah, glad to see it. Kylie Quinn, a senior who lost her season to injury,
open.
I believe, last year.
Misses that, but there's McSwain, and there's Tetro. Stays with Good Hope. Justin, looking at his paper, have no idea what it could say other than just score. And there's not a whole lot he has to do right here when you have these athletes. And
Yep, we'll get a travel call.
But Coach Abbey, his record is very impressive, and he does an excellent job coaching these ladies.
I was thinking about that last night. We talk about these seniors, the Tetro twins, Charlie Johnson, Ivy Maddox. I wonder what their career record is.
I'm not sure. They jumped on after their 8th grade season.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. Tony, in 2019, when y'all made y'all's state championship run, did the Twins and Ivy, I think they moved up and played against y'all possibly that season.
They did. I remember playing against them.
I just feel like I remember the Twins out here just bothering Elizabeth Hill and trying to chase her around all over the place. And obviously she was a fantastic player, but they were.
And it hasn't been that long, but it feels like forever.
Maybe it was the year after the championship run. Maybe it was 2020.
I think they got moved up in 2019,
Maybe.
actually.
I know that it may have been even their 7th grade year they might have played some minutes. They're going to go last shot.
Hold for one.
Clock ticks, and I'd like to see what they do here. It's a back screen to Maddox. Maddox has one handoff, 2 handoffs, shoots the 3. Off the back, Quinn comes up with it. Tetro tries to steal that. It goes out of bounds with 0.7. Abby wanting a tip shot here, and Maddox throws it up, misses that. The end of the third, Good Hope leads 50-31. We'll be right back for the 4th quarter play of action.
Smith Chevrolet, you can expect to be treated like family, whether purchasing a new or used car, having yours serviced, or getting damage repaired at the Collision Center. Our excellent parts department quickly supplies parts and accessories for service and repairs, and to customers over the counter. Make the switch to Mitch. Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
A little bit of chat there before the inbound. The ref asked one of the Tetro twins who was older. I was able to catch that statistic.
Yeah,
Bailey's older.
Fun fact, Bailey's older.
Yeah, Bailey's
apparently
older by 8 minutes, I believe is what she said. Now, if there's somebody out there that I heard that incorrectly, please let us know.
We talk. They're funny to they're fun to watch play, obviously, but they're funny the way they communicate with each other as well. I've seen some pretty violent shoves from one to the other.
Yes.
And I don't think it's been out of anger. It's just I think that's how they communicate.
And even when I coached in middle school and they played, and I mean, obviously it was very hard to play against them at that age. They still had a similar skill set, but they were that way towards one another then. They would get very aggravated at one another, and I think, but they're also each other's biggest fan.
Yeah, about 3 years ago, I was up at, I guess it's still called, it's where we used to play Engle Park, but they have these outdoor courts, and I was up there for something else. And I look over, and there's these two girls playing one-on-one over there, just going at each other. So I walk a little closer. It's Bailey and Heather Tetro.
Not surprised. No telling how many hours they've spent on a basketball court. Strong move.
It's 19 for Ivy Maddox.
And she extends the lead to 21. And, you know, this is
going to get a timeout call from Coach John Welburn. He's not happy with the inbound pass to the deep corner.
No, and that's something we've seen all week, especially with JV, is just the ability to trap someone in these corners. But we will be right back after this 30-second timeout. Welcome back to Charles Drake Coliseum. I'm joined here by Adam McKinnon, the assistant principal at Cold Springs K8, and Tony West, the assistant coach at Wallace State Lady Lions. And Tony, we've talked a little bit about your season and conference play and things like that. When's your next game?
We play Monday at Bishop State. We're 5-1 in conference right now.
Who's the lone loss to?
Shelton State.
Shelton State. Your alumni? I bet it was tough going back to that game.
It was, but at the same time it was good because she didn't change any of her play names.
Oh, so you knew everything then.
Oh, yeah. That scout was easy.
Well, I know that Wallace State is so fortunate to have you join their staff, and after talking with you, it appears that you fell in love with this place. And
oh, yeah. It's a great place to work.
Tetro brings it up, a 21-point lead, 6:14 remain in the fourth. She drives left on Quinn, kicks to Charlie. Charlie looking, back to Maddox up top. You know, we talked about
moving screen there by Emma Thompson.
We talked about Tony winning the Bill Shelton Award, and we'll award that after this game. Ivy Maddox, good candidate to win that in my opinion, but there's several that throughout the county that have a shot to win that. While we're on the topic of Maddox, her dad is a former Joe Schultz winner.
That's right, 94-95.
Jody Maddox. So and Tyler McSwain, the father of Ava, he probably was right there in the running the year that his teammate Hembry won.
Since Danny likes to talk about how old I am anyway, I can remember 94-95. There were fantastic players across the county. So Cold Springs won it that year, and they were the state runner-up. But at the same time, you had Jody Maddox at Good Hope. You had Farron Key, current Hartzell, head coach at West Point. Unbelievable players.
A lot of talent.
But then Cold Springs' team was just, a little too much. A couple of Cullman County principals on that Cold Springs team. Dr. Johnny Whaley, along with Cold Springs principal, Mr. Eric Dickerson.
I didn't realize they were teammates.
They were teammates. Both played for the 94-95 county champion Eagles.
5:18 to go. The Raiders lead 52-33. Just got a text from the director of our instructional programs at Cullman County Schools, Miss Tanya Cupp. We appreciate all that you do for the Cullman County School system, Miss Cupp. And thanks for tuning in to CCBOE TV.
Yeah, I had a short conversation with Dr. Barnett earlier this week about some of the fantastic people we have that work at the central office.
We have an incredible crew there.
We've talked a lot about athletics and extracurricular activities and all of the opportunities they have in the classroom. None of those things would be possible without Dr. Barnett and his wonderful staff.
Yes, we appreciate everyone there. And, you know, one of my favorite things about our staff at the central office, got a charge there.
Yeah, Max Lane strong to the basket, but Cameron Faulkner stands in and takes the hit.
Is that, you know, Adam, and you probably are in the same boat with administration. If I have a question, there's someone that is in a specialty category of that I can call and lean on.
Absolutely.
And it makes my job a whole lot better. And can't say enough about everybody there at the central office. Quinn goes up strong. She's had a solid game for the Warriors. We talked about her earlier, coming off the bench and playing big minutes.
That includes our wonderful camera crew here this week. Chase Nelson, Leah Sapp, and Anna Pace currently running the show. So West Point trailing by 17.
So Tony, I believe the Twins, they're planning on playing at UNA, correct?
That's right.
Is Ivy going to join them there, or is
UAH?
Is she
for
going
Ivy, I believe.
Ivy will be at UAH.
I think all three of them are going to make an immediate impact wherever they go.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then Ava has not committed anywhere. She's only a junior.
Someone on Facebook was asking about the 94-95 county tournament. We were talking about the Cold Springs boys won it that year.
Who do you think won it, the girls? Do you know already?
I'm going to say West Point. It's going to be my guess.
We've got the book in front of us here. 94-95 was West Point. Yeah, Regina Jones, she won 95 and 94. And 93, West Point won too, but it was Randall Jones that coached them then.
Thank you to Jennifer Matthews-Bridges for giving me the correct answer there. She told me West Point won it.
I believe Randall Jones also has the record for most consecutive wins. On the girls' side, it shows that he won 6 in a row from 86 all the way to 1990.
Yeah, pretty sure Jesse George won 5 in a row in the 70s.
Yes.
There at Cold Springs.
He did. He won from 71 to 75, and that looks to be the longest on the boys' side. Now, I would venture out to say, without counting these up, that Tammy West has won the most of anyone. But the Jones crew may be right there with her.
Yeah.
That's a stat we may throw at you during the boys' game. We'll have to do a little tallying. And now, Tony, you were a part of that program because I remember when I was in high school, I believe you were a manager from about the time you could walk.
Water girl.
Yeah, water girl. So you've won multiple state championships being the water girl too.
When I was around watching the 2008, 2009 state champion teams, spent a lot of money at the concession stand for a young Tony West.
I appreciate that.
She just roamed around Jesse George Gymnasium.
You're telling me that y'all charged Tammy's daughter. You might not get to disclose
I'm not
that.
sure. who was running the concession stand. She may not have went and asked. She may have just known if she came to me, I'd give her a little money to go.
Yeah.
So.
Too easy.
Yeah, she was probably pocketing that, weren't you, Tony? And go get a free Gatorade.
Jalen Faulkner
hustled a lot of y'all out of some money. Faulkner cuts it back to 19, and this one is all but over. The Raiders lead with 2:24 remaining.
Yeah, again, both teams with aspirations that go past this tournament.
Definitely.
So you hope for a couple things here. You hope for staying injury-free.
Exactly.
And you also just try to get better. And
yeah, you've got two teams here that are, capable of doing a lot of damage in the postseason play. We talked about West Point right now is currently ranked number 6 in the classification of 5A.
I know Good Hope's regional tournament would be here at Wallace, and I believe West Point as well if they made it.
Yes, and Good Hope is currently ranked number 2 in 4A basketball. And man, the future is incredibly bright for girls basketball in Cullman County. We do have several seniors on the floor. We also have several underclassmen. And if you're looking all the way back, you go down to your 7th seed on the varsity side, and I can't harp on this enough. Coach Watson at Hansville, her team is very young and has a super bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, we've seen fantastic basketball this week from students in 7th grade and up, and from every school.
Mm-hmm. Holly Pond, I know a lot about that program, and it's a young program too. So a lot of bright future for Coach Hartline's squad. After this game, we will have several awards to give out, and we'll talk a little bit about those. You have your All-Tournament Award, which is awarded by the media. And although we're CCBOE TV, we do not contribute to that. I want to make that one clear. And then you have the All-County Award, which is voted on by every head coach on the varsity girls side in Cullman County. And then you have the Bill Shelton Award.
Nice crossover. The Charlotte Cummings Award also.
Yes.
Maddox.
3 by Maddox.
For 3.
And the Charlotte Cummings Award, it's not as long running as the Bill Shelton Award, but equally as important. Last year, Aaron Bailey won that for Cold Springs, and the Bill Shelton Award was a Good Hope player in Rudy Derrick. Tetro fakes shot, misses, rebound, Warriors. 39.9 remain.
Someone on Facebook asked if Kylie Quinn's mom won the Bill Shelton Award. I don't know what her maiden name would have been. But
yeah, if we can get her maiden name, we will. A couple of Warriors that have won this in the past from. Are you going with that name?
I think that's it.
Tony's going with Layla Sutter in 93. So if Tony's
anyone
right,
can
let us know.
confirm that. Yeah, I just got a text from Jimmy Jennings that said Sutter. So there you go.
Good call there, Tony. The first ever winner was Regina Bagwell in 1989 from West Point.
We've talked about and seen quite a few names from this list. Paige Parker, currently Cold Springs assistant coach, JV girls coach.
Mary Lauren Hartline,
Nina
formerly
Mills.
Nina her
Moss
sister Nina.
now.
They both won the award.
Tony and sister Bailey West. Emmy Willoughby, Vinemont assistant coach.
Lots of coaching ties when you look through there.
Absolutely.
Natasha Holcomb, I know she coaches volleyball in Cullman County. Christina Gardner, She's currently the coach at Hansville. Adams going to step away to get our player of the game. And that will do it here, folks. The Good Hope Raiders have won their their third consecutive county championship. And Justin Abbey etches his name as 3 straight as they win this one 60-39. Tony, I love the lights they play here when a team wins. Do y'all use those a lot during the season?
We do. We don't have as big as crowd, but the girls still love to use them.
Oh, yeah, it's still a really cool function there. And congratulations to the Raiders. We want to give a congratulations to the West Point Warriors, too, as they're your county runner-up this season. Both these teams have a lot to play for moving into area and regionals. With so many awards to give out, we're going to stick here and not give away our player of the game. I think ours is definitely the least important, Adam.
Yeah, be a tough decision tonight for the Lady Raiders.
Yeah, we could give it to several.
Go a number of different directions. Ivy Maddox did lead them in scoring again, but Teacher Twins defensively and handling the basketball.
Yeah, really solid.
Played solid.
She did. And like I said, she's so quick. Her step is so quick. So there's your athletic director for Cullman County Schools, Alan Dunklin, a guy that is in the trenches and does a lot that goes unnoticed as far as on the outside looking in. He organizes all of the tournaments, all of the awards, multiple things throughout the county. Another one of those guys, if you have a question, you can lean on, and he has a very knowledgeable answer.
Go to PA announcer Jonathan Kennedy.
Yeah, he's done an incredible job this week.
It's our sincere appreciation to Wallace State.
And we're going to tap into him and let him bring you these awards.
Athletic Director Paul Bailey, Auxiliary Director Mark Nolan, and their staff for hosting our 2024 Cullman County Basketball Tournament. Additionally, we would like to thank all of our student athletes and those that support them for a wonderful week of competition and sportsmanship. And now we will start presenting the individual awards. First, our Cullman County All-Tournament team for 2024. Whitney Quick of Vinemont. Maggie Burks of Vinemont. Malaya Taylor of Cold Springs. Macy Brown of Cold Springs. Ava McSwain of Good Hope. Here's Maggie Burks of Vinemont. Maggie Burks. Ivy Maddox of Good Hope. Heather Tetro of Good Hope. Liberty Shadditz of West Point. Lakeland Shadditz of West Point. Hallie Wheeler of West Point. and Bailey Tetro of Good Hope. Your 2024 Cullman County All-Tournament team selected by the media. And now it's time for all 2024 All-County Basketball selected by the coaches. Kate Sterling of Hansville. Darby Nichols of Fairview. Here comes Kate Sterling. Darby Nichols of Fairview. Ava Thomas of Holly Pond. Madison Butts of Holly Pond. Reagan Robinson of Vinemont. Whitney Quick of Vinemont. Liberty Shaddix of West Point. Hallie Wheeler of West Point. Jalen Faulkner of West Point. Ella Brewer of Cold Springs. Macy Brown of Cold Springs. Ella Dickerson of Cold Springs. Ella Brewer of Cold Springs. Ava McSwain of Good Hope. Ivy Maddox of Good Hope. Heather Tetro of Good Hope. And Bailey Tetro of Good Hope. This is your 2024 All-County Basketball Varsity Girls Division selected by the coaches.
Well, leave it. They might get scored there when they take the pictures. But I had it right up now. Yeah, I did. Alan take the ball. What? Alan take the ball?
Now it's time to present some special awards. Our first special award is the Charlotte Cummings Memorial Scholarship. Charlotte Cummings was a longtime business owner here in Cullman. She helped out many kids during her time running Cummings Sporting Goods. Here to help Dr. Barnett present is her husband, Steve Cummings, and her son, her husband, Robin Cummings, and her son, Steve Cummings. And the winner of the Charlotte Cummings Memorial Scholarship is Cameron Tankersley of Holly Pond High School. Cameron Tankersley of Holly Pond. Now our next special award is the Bill Shelton Award. Bill Shelton was the longtime sports writer of the Cullman Times. And this year we have two ladies who will be getting the award. First one is Ivy Maddox of Good Hope High School. And the second winner of the award is Bailey Tetro of Good Hope High School. And now for the team awards. Our runner-up in the Varsity Girls Division, the West Point Lady Warriors, coached by John Welburn. And for the third year in a row, taking home the gold basketball, your Cullman County Varsity Girls champions, the Good Hope Lady Raiders, coached by Justin Abbey. And that concludes the award ceremony. It's now time for our nightcap. Game 22, the West Point Warriors versus the Good Hope Raiders.
And you know, here come the Raiders and the Warriors taking the floor for the varsity boys game. We are going to go to Adam here very shortly and give what I would say one of the bigger awards. I'm just kidding. We've had tons of big awards. This is our player of the game, Ivy Maddox.
Ivy, you're a senior. You just won your 3rd straight county championship, Bill Shelton Award. How's that feel?
It feels great. I'm so thankful to be a part of this program for all these years, and this is just so special to be with these girls and this team.
So, Ivy, I have to ask, I know this was important to you, and county championships are fantastic. Moving forward, talk a little bit about goals and aspirations the rest of the way and what you feel like y'all need to do to make a further run this year.
I think we got to lock in on defense, and really our only goal is the state championship or it's a bust. So.
Again, our Milo's player of the game, Ivy Maddox. Ivy, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Danny, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. If you are with us, stay with us. But you're going to have to click on the next segment as we're going to refresh this. It'll be uploaded very shortly, and we have a thriller on our hands, West Point and Good Hope Varsity Boys. See you soon.
Thank you for watching CCPOE.TV, a service of Cullman County Schools.